Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Mega Man, and we're just off the heels of fighting Copy Robot and Wily Stage 2, and now we're going to deal with not only Wily Stage 3, but Wily Stage 4, where Dr. Wily is hiding. This stage is basically straightforward, and the theme, as you can hear, is more menacing than before. I'm not gonna lie, I love the Mega Man soundtrack. All of them. Although I may have a few likes and dislikes on the soundtrack, but this song actually is one of my favorites out of this game because it's so menacing. This lets you know that the end is near. And speaking of which, the water in the hallway will also signify the end is near, as it's pushing you forward and you can't go back. Now there's a downside to this. We're going to be fighting a boss in water, and Mega Man can't jump. Oh, watch out for the bullet bills. I'm gonna keep calling them bullet bills because that's what they are. I mean, Mega Man is inspired by Super Mario after all. So, I mean, it's not very unlikely that people would actually pay homages to this game. Anyway, that is basically the whole entire level. Very quick, huh? And that's the reason why it's the final episode. Anyway, next up is CWP, or CWU 9P. This monster, all you have to do is use your Mega Buster to destroy all 7 forms of this thing. And when it comes down to the final 3, use the Super Arm, and this is the only time the Super Arm is actually useful. Trust me. After this, well, actually, there's one more time, actually, that it's useful. But after this, you'll never have to use the Super Arm ever again. God, that moves suck. Anyway, plain and simple, Mega Buster the first 4, and then use the Super Arm on the last 3. That's how you clear that boss out. And now we're in the final stage, Wily 4. It's going to start off with these annoying monsters. I mean, annoying robot, not monsters, sorry. These annoying dicks that loves to knock you off of the ladders. And these guys are from the Letman stage. So yeah, that would probably make you very frustrated to see those guys again. Anyway, that was the last use of the Super Arm. You really can't do anything else. Oh, and remember in part 2 I mentioned that Dr. Wily loves Gutsman? I wasn't kidding! Look at the top of the ceiling! Nothing but golden Gutsman statues! No, seriously! What the hell is this obsession with Gutsman? I mean, he loves him some Gutsman, dude. You think that's bad? Wait till you see Mega Man 2! Or worse, Mega Man 7! Hell, there even are some other robots that'll appear in later games that resemble Gutsman. Anyway, speaking of Gutsman, this platform comes back! And I missed. So instead of going to a bottomless pit, I fall into the spikes. Ouch. That sucks. Of course, the checkpoint of this stage is basically after you beat the boss rush. That's right, folks, the remaining 4 Robot Masters will be in this section. Because Capcom loves boss rushes. And as I said before, much like Mega Man X, this game separated its boss rushes. But there is one thing I can actually thank the later games for. One, you actually fight the boss rushes in a row, and of course, each Robot Master you defeat in the boss rush will give you some sort of health power-up, or health recovery. Here, no such dice. Also, you'll be able to jump in water in later games, and more importantly, invincibility frames can save you from spikes. Anything else? Oh yeah, that's right. Something else the later game has that this game does not. Well, actually, something else the later games doesn't have that this game does, actually. It has a healing item. And yes, I'm using the magnet beam and cheating this thing. I could have just gone across, but I'm trying to get that healing item. The healing item basically will completely restore your health and your weapon energy. And like a dunce, I missed. Anyway, that's the thing I'm talking about. See on the bottom right next to the 1-up? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So enough about that. Let's just equip the Firestorm and get rid of Bomb Man. See, Bomb Man, I didn't show off Bomb Man's weakness in the last episode. This episode, I just did, and it took him out really quickly. And for Fireman, just use the Ice Slasher until he dies. And as you can see, no health pickups. Alright, next up, we'll get the Elect Beam and try to annihilate Iceman. Remember, folks, 3 ice beams, you're out. 3 Elect Beams, he's out. So let's switch over to Hyper Bomb. And thankfully, it'll be the last time I use that weapon, because it's Gutsman's weakness. Come on, fool. Don't be like that. Jump in front of the Jump in front of the bomb, Gutsman. Jump in front of the bomb. Damn it! Oh, bear in mind, the Guts blocks here hurt harder than the ones in his first match. So with that said, we're at the checkpoint. And Wily's actually generous enough to leave you weapon energy. And now it's time for Dr. Wily himself in Wily Machine number 1. Simply put, the Firestorm is the first and the second part of his weakness. Oh, by the way, be careful when you're going to transition to the next phase, because the blast will still hit you. Oh yeah, and I was about to say the beams from his ship will actually go in an arc formation. So yeah, keep that in mind. Well, the beam from the cannon anyway. It'll go into an arc formation, and you can just use it to your advantage to getting close. But save the Firestorm. What you want to do is actually have the Elect Beam and the Rolling Cutter hit Dr. Wily's center, which is that red dot. You want to, like, chop Dr. Wily down in half, because it's easy to use up all of your Firestorm. You can also use the Rolling Cutter to your advantage too. And I'm about to die, so I'm going on an all-or-nothing break here. And thankfully, everything is missing me! And that is it! That is the end of Dr. Wily. I'm starting to sound like Dr. Light from Mega Man 8 there. Anyway, Dr. Wily is defeated. And that is one of 13 times. Oh yeah, that's right. As of now, there's actually 13 games of Mega Man. Wow. Just wow. So, with that said, Mega Man 1 is over. Mega Man has ended the evil domination of Wily and restored the world to peace. Damn right he did. However, the never-ending battles continue until all destructive forces are defeated. 13 games, people! 13 games. Fight, Mega Man, for everlasting peace. I always love that ending. Anyway, that is Mega Man, ladies and gentlemen. My final thoughts for this game. It's fun, it has some great music, but it can be frustrating and tedious at times. Case in point with the 2 Wily stages. And trust me, this is no easy game. it took me several times to practice, and I still somehow managed to screw it up in the final going. And it's because of rookie mistakes, basically. That's what it was. That Blackout almost screwed me over with the whole Yellow Double fight also. But yes, Mega Man is a fun game, and even though I wasn't introduced to this first, I was actually introduced to 5. I'm still glad I actually got the collection edition, because, after all, at least you get the chance to play something old school and actually get used to it. I mean, I have to, considering 9 and 10 are the same way. Well, almost the same way. Anyway, with that said, all that is left is to finish off Resident Evil 2. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a marathon with that. So, with that said, this is RVman985. I will see you guys when I finish off Resident Evil 2. Probably for the next 2 weeks. And then afterwards, I will take a hiatus and plan on how I'm going to deal with the next 2 projects. Because I know the next 2 projects will be Legend of Dragoon and Saints Row. So, with that said, see you guys next time. I mean Saints Row 2! Now I'm signing off!